Alright guys, let's continue our adventure as the care of the priest. None of that's important, I don't care. Still have mail. I hope somebody tried to remind me in the comments, because I forgot to check. That's okay. Alright, so let's go for the Hope of the Shamans. Teleport me inside! Oh, I've not been inside the tower yet? What? If that's the case, then we might as well do this one first, since it's right here. Because the guy I turned it into is right inside. I'm a complete idiot, and it's not. But hey, I can check my mailbox. Treasure hunting. Ah, I know what this is. So, they're currently doing an event. That allows you to basically get loot boxes. And you can, yes, pay for the keys. They're like a penny a piece. I typically just take the 7 free ones they give me and then just kind of suck it up buttercup after that. But they give you like random stuff. Like I could, in theory, get a mechanical Scorpicores reactor, which means that I can end up getting a mount. Or I can get cosmetics. It's simple stuff. But, who knows, it could be fun. What if I could get a mount, you know? Amalgam. That's for upgrading items. That's really for a higher level character. And what they get you with is that each time you try to rerun a card, it costs more compasses, the keys. And I'm just not willing to do that, so I'll just spend the 1 and just eat it. Anything interesting? Not this time. Basically, it's just this and... Oh, no, the Scorpicore Sting's still here. Got a cat's tail. Cool. Scorpicore Sting still here. Interesting. It's a gimme prize, basically. Still here. It's a different kind, but it's still here. Ooh, and wings. I ended up getting one of those, so... Not complaining if I get them again. Consolation prize. Man, I really want that mount. Combat potion box. Oh, Scorpicore is not an option this time around. But I did get Plague Doctor's Cloak. Last one. Looks like a mount is not an option on this one, but that's okay. Oh, it's a costume. That's epic. So it's the cap. And these items are bound, so they can't change characters. So might as well just slap them on this one. Let's increase my proficiency. That's nice. Does this have a time limit? It sure does. Let's see what we got as cosmetics. That's neat. I actually really like that. Not as big of a fan of that piece. That's also probably because it's not designed to go with it. But that cosmetic I like a lot. And look, I have a cattail. Not doing it. Just can't. I think I really like that cosmetic. Trying to decide whether I want to do this or whether I want to watch the visual progression. I think we're going to watch the visual progression on my character, but we'll have that as a backup for later. Okay, so what we need to do now is what we were supposed to do, which is not running around futzing about with stuff that doesn't matter. And turning in a quest. So this beggar. Well, I guess it's time to introduce myself again. I am Pavel Nevolin, an agent of the city council. Oh, how much we agents sacrifice for our nation. What's this? Aha, a new contraband sample? Don't worry, I'll pass this on to the right person immediately. So he's in disguise. Speak with the 3 council informers. Okay, let's get straight to business. You know, in a big city like Nezebgrad, there's always lots of gossiping around. Much of it is done by the council, but there are some gossips we've got nothing to do with. So those need to be investigated. Many times, they're not worth a damn. Take, for instance, the story about the Rat Man. We began digging in, trying to find out what was going on. Finally, we found him. Turned out he's a regular Zataganian guy, just a little crazy. Though he was a superhero, got himself a tight-fitting suit, thought he was a superhero, got himself a tight-fitting suit, and went on running around the plumbing system. Poor guy. And now there's this gossip about some temptress going around the city, that she was seen here and there confusing men and disturbing their daily lives. That's bad, so we've got to sort things out. Let's do this. You gotta talk to the council's 3 informers. You'll find Hammerblow on the Old Square, Yaver Mibzi at the Triumphal Arch, and Lev Ragulin in the Science Town. I believe you've already had an opportunity to meet them. And then meet with Risk the crafty near the sewage plant. Listen closely to what I've got to say to you. The council is worried. Something bad is brewing in the country. The police are now involved with the bandits. For example, were you not surprised at Stepan Velikanin's reaction to Slouch's murder, or that the capital has been swamped with prohibited literature right under Yasker's nose? The stuff is everywhere. Elven filth for the easily corruptible and inaccurate historical studies for wise guys who like to express their political opinions over the kitchen table. And what about the way Major Oleg Providin suppressed the investigations into those matters? Which brings us to the matter at hand. Yes, unfortunately, the council suspects Providin of involvement. By a whim of fate, you are at the very center of these events, and as a true citizen of the Empire, you cannot refuse the demands of the council. You must help bring our common enemy to justice. One of our agents is waiting for you by the sewage plant to the west. He will give you further instructions. Man, this is just getting messy. And to Yasker's Tower. I can't believe I've been in there, gotten my profession, and still haven't stood close enough to the teleport pad to gain it. I need to make sure I do that when I go inside. Because not being able to just warp in here is a problem. This place is corrupt as can be, that's for sure. But that's okay. Because I, the undead healer, shall come and restore honor to the Empire. All right. Hope with the shamans. I say you've been chosen by destiny. You'll help our people find the legendary orc. Take this weapon, and may the spirits guide your path. What weapon? I want a weapon. Okay. Some guilds are busy today, it looks like. Let's see. Right. Maybe autopathing would be faster. Let's do the informers first. So. Ooh. Even after going to the pad, he chooses to run. Wonder if I need to talk to the portal master. I'm not real sure what the portal keeper. I'm not real sure what actually triggers it. Oh, you are on our side, I guessed that. So, about the naked woman. I've never seen her, but I've heard the discussions. They say that she has wings and can fly. And moreover, she trembles her wings in the wind in her own way. She's confusing minds. I've never seen her, but I've heard the discussions. I wonder if each person whom I meet works for the council. Well, I've changed the topic. Yes, I've heard this legend. To be honest, it hasn't is what it should be, impressed me. The legend about Black Plumber is more interesting. What about the temptress? I can analyze gossips and contradictions and say that she is not naked. That's all I know. Frankly, I'm not interested in it. To see, like, when you autopath, normally it uses these teleporters. That's why I'm wondering what's going on with the one in Yasker's Tower. It lets me be lazy, and I want to be lazy. Why does this one not let me be lazy? You're in time, my colleague. Yesterday I managed to find out some details about the Tempter. Several of my students from Church Reserve School told me that they were on the old square staring at her. I've written a report. Do not worry about that. They have seen her on the building area. Yes, in the place where the building of SOSD, Social Order Supervision Department, will stand. A real loke of fate. So I've got to finish this stuff up first, and then I'll go to the sewage plant, and then after the sewage plant, I'll head to the college, or the factory, or whatever that big building is. I forget. Alright, beggar council member. So, the construction area on the old square, that's where the winged temptress has been seen? Temptress. Here's what we'll do. You head to the UNOP construction area and find this temptress, and yes, interrogate her. I have no doubt that your impeccable moral values will ensure that everything is handled appropriately. I love how that's a different acronym. It's just, it's so good. It's low-level stuff. I'll just autopath, because I'm lazy. Get sleep, kids. You won't yawn in the middle of your recordings. Also, to make sure to feed your pets. That way they don't bug you while you're recording either. I might actually have to fight my way in. Autopath, save me! Autopath, you fool! You failed me. Good thing this guy's, like, super weak. I just realized that my parts move when I'm walking. That's interesting. The Seductress. Oh dear, help, save me. They're killing me. Oh my. You're not going to kill me? You just want to talk? To tell the truth, I'm not used to being treated like that. Let's talk. My name? I don't want to say it. Do you want me to cover a name of a glorious elven house with shame? No way. Just call me ZZ. I've got used to it. Our ship was captured by the Imperial Patrol. My comrades died, but I had a different fate. I suppose that you, just like the other Imperials, believe in impeccability of your leaders. You should know that it's not like that. A few girls and I were to dance to please those noble clerics. Yes, there is such place in this city. Its visitors call it bunker among themselves. I see your eyes shining. Do you want to get there? I bet. You Imperials have very few entertainments. Only the chosen can afford that. Listen, I've got a deal. I'll tell you how to get to Bunker, but first you need to bring me clothes. Zataganian clothes. I want to flee from this city. Looking like this, it's impossible. If you manage to get me clothes, Bunker's doors will open for you. Where to find it? If I were you, I'd start my search in the nearest houses. I'm sure you can find something in their closets. So what I've got to do is I've got to find her clothes so she can escape. Really wanted that mount. Gives you the opportunity to move at the speeds you would at in-game. That's the one benefit. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn that in. I don't think I'm going to take the time to do every single quest, because doing that just takes an absolute millennia, and I'm already high enough level to do a lot of the content toward the end of this chapter of stuff before we leave town. And yes, we're actually getting to the point we can almost do that. We've got like 2 areas. We've got the sewage plant and the... Once we finish this quest chain, we'll have the sewage plant and the research facility, I think is technically what it is. Zeus or Xeas. Whatever they call it. I'll probably call it Zeus because it's edgy and stupid. Probably both. Autopathing, save me! I don't trust you to take me upstairs. Fee! How they wear it. I have to dress it up. I have no choice. I have to be grateful. Thank you. And now what I promised. Entrance to the bunker is in Victory Park in the southeastern part. It's gray and unremarkable. There is a guard near it. You'll need to tell him a pass to get in. Here it goes. I'm for procedure question, but I cannot understand what it means. Oh, is that the other side of the wall? Okay. Alright, so where I need to go next would be the sewage plant. Took me a lot longer to get this far than I thought it would. I guess because I forgot about all those other side quests I was doing. I could have, in theory, just not kept going, but I don't know. I don't like to skip important quests because sometimes it locks you out of chains later. And some of those important quests actually give you items that are required to progress in some of the later areas. Ugh. Oh my gosh. They're everywhere! Now I have to wait. Oh well. Interesting. So it just gets all the ore that's in the regional area of the twinkly bits. While I'm standing here, I could probably go ahead and finish forging the copper boots. I need to work on crafting too. Did Pavel Nevolin send you? That means I have some information to tell you. Javier Crutch's boys are behind the contraband operation distributing the prohibited literature. Who would have thought that some dumb thugs could spark such a political controversy? I'm positive that none of those morons could have planned this themselves. Even Crutch is not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. Someone else is behind this, and we need to find out who. You must infiltrate their base. It shouldn't be very far from here. If you find any evidence or documents, take them to Pavel Nevolin, and send him any regards. My regards. If I can read today. So, what have we here? No, this isn't stomper meat. It really does match the hyena meat you collected. And what do you know? It's contaminated with E. coli virus. Ugh. I'll draw up a report on this issue and put it in this pile here. It'll be report 3567. It might even get looked at this year. Thank you for your vigilance. Wait a minute. Take this reward and a certificate recognizing your assistance to the Empire. Level 10. And now we finally come to report 1347. This is one about the slugs near the sewage plant. The plant workers are complaining that while the slugs are small, they breed so quickly that they've eaten all the vegetation. More importantly, they produce so much slime that 3 Zataganians and 1 orc have had to go to the hospital with broken limbs from slipping. This is a very old report. I reckon those broken bones have been healed for more than a year now, but I doubt those slugs have left for their own goodwill. They've probably gotten bigger too. How about taking care of this for us? And keeping up appearances. Listen, we need a brave volunteer. We're expecting an inspection soon. Yasker plans to examine the mana pipes out here himself, and our bosses want to make sure everything is picture perfect for his visit at the sewage plant of all places. They even want us to paint the mana pipes. We've seen hundreds of requests for help, but we've not been allocated any soldiers yet. Damn those bureaucrats. Why do we need soldiers? This area is swarming with all sorts of nasty creatures. I'm not risking any of my workers. It took a year to put a decent team together. I've got the best sanitizers in the land, but I'm sure you could handle yourself out there. I recognize you. You're the Imperial Survivor. I read about you in the papers, so here's a chance for you to go out there and live up to your name. There are a ton of pipes out there. They've been there for a long time, so they're all rusty by now. I'll give you a brush, a bucket, and some paint. You know what to do. Let's get rid of these slugs. Oh yeah, I forgot I leveled up to 10, which means I've got 2 new chests open. So first things first, some talent points. Okay. I think I want to deal more damage over time, because that adds up. Interesting. Gotcha. So they start generating faith. So getting 2 of these and 1 of these is good. That increases vigor, which is just raw damage. Interesting. I'm not really sure. Interesting. So that's an ability locked within the grid. Interesting. So Chain of Light can inflict the Cleansing Flame. Yeah, let's do that. So next level, I'll start gaining Cleansing Flame double stacks, basically. Oh, I forgot to open the gear. Don't think I'm going to finish this quest this episode, because at this rate, I'm going to have dug through this gear, and then it's going to be time to plan for next time. So this is the Followers box, and let's just look in the back. Chest of the Explorer. Gave me a bunch of blue boxes. So this one's now level 15. And this is the followers box. It's not level 20, but I get a disobedient wolf collar, so it's a temporary mount. It's just a different colored mount. I think he's even the same speed. 8 points. Yeah. So nothing too cool there. Now. Whoops. I'm hitting wrong buttons. I'm hitting wrong buttons everywhere. Alright. This equips a purple rarity weapon. Yeah. Just straight up better. Okay. And apparently I've gotten a gold coin at some point. Get a bunch of blue gear. Alright, so I'm only actually 2 pieces short of a full set of blues. Of on-level blues. Let's go ahead and sell this stuff. Alright guys, with how much time I spent on a stupid gambling mechanic, I think we're going to have to call it quits here, but we'll be able to resume right back and we'll actually get to start on the sewage plant area. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.